What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm actually going to be showing you a really awesome concept that I came up with for mana and spells. So let me know in the comment section below, guys, if you really like this and it's something you guys are interested in. I am not done. This is just a proof of concept to show you guys that it is 100% workable and can be added into multiplayer games, multiplayer servers, realms, whatever you guys want to do. This is an epic concept. I think I've been working pretty hard at trying to make this work really good, and this is so far what I've come up with. You guys don't need this. This is just for the video purpose. This is what we're going to be using. As you guys can see, my XP bar is now slowly rising. What that does is, let me go ahead and get rid of these out of my inventory real quick and give me back that. So now that we have the XP rising, it's going to constantly rise, and there is a max level, which is mana, will stop at a 100. Now that is the system here. This is the mana system, and this is the cap system. I'll show you guys that in just a second. Let me go ahead and show you some of the spells. I only have 2 so far. I felt like that would be a pretty awesome deal to actually show you. Let me go ahead and give myself a fireball. So basically, if you have a book, you're going to need to name it speed spell, and all you're going to do is just place it inside of here and name it speed spell. It's going to cost, you can do 64 or 1, and it's only 1 mana or 1 XP. So it's 1 mana to make the spell, and then you guys can place a crafting table anywhere in the world, and when you do, you guys will throw it onto the crafting table, and it should give you a, let's see, it should give you, yep, there it goes. It should give you a speed spell. The speed spell runs by throwing it on the ground, so whenever you do throw the speed spell onto the crafting table, you guys will get a custom nausea effect and a cool little speed boost for like 2 seconds. It's pretty cool. And then if you throw the speed spell down, it does take 5 experience. As you guys saw, it took 5 experience. I was at 17, now I'm back at 12, and I do get the speed boost. So it's pretty cool. And then fireball, basically whenever you throw it, if you guys watch my experience, it went down 2 levels, and I was given back the fireball. So if I do it again at this sheep over here, I will light the sheep on fire, and it took 2 levels, and go! Took 2 levels again and gave it back to me, and did it again, and now it gave it back to me. So that is pretty awesome. This is the fireball, and this is the speed spell. Like I said, guys, if you have a whole bunch of these, just toss them on there, toss it on there. I would do it a little slow. Let's go ahead and toss it back on there, and I still have one. Just do it slow, guys. It does, there it goes. So I would do it slow, and then every time you throw it down on the ground, it does cost 5 mana. So you guys saw there. Now I'm at 4. Let me go ahead and get it back to 5, show you, and now my mana's all the way back at 0. I cannot use any of the spells until I am at the recommended level. So that is pretty epic. Let me go ahead and show you guys how the mechanics work inside of this mana system, spell stuff, and everything. So let me go ahead and give myself game mode and see. And let me go ahead and let me just do something real quick, guys. Hold on, and there we go. And C, go ahead and give myself game mode C, and let me guys show you this. Now you don't need this. All you have to do is turn repeat and always active, and then do XP1 at all players. That's everybody in the entire game will get a 1 experience orb, and that's how my experience was constantly rising, which is still pretty cool, and it'll only go down with the mana cost. Now you guys can change the mana cost to whatever it is you want. If you want to have it at 10, 25, 30, whatever. I do have the max at 100. Like I said, here's the system for that. It's going to do test for at all players, level 100, and then a level minimum of 100, repeat and always active. The moment you get to 100 levels within your mana, that means it won't go to 101. It will actually activate this and give you, it will XP -1 level to all players that are at 100. So basically, actually, I would actually need to change that to XP -1 level at all, and then this would need to be level minimum minus or equals 100. Now that will cap you out at a level minimum 100. That means it will only work for people at level 100 and won't affect anybody else inside of the game. And that is how you get a max level to 100 for your mana, and it won't go over. Like I said, if you guys just change this like 200 or something, you guys can make it however high that you want. Now let's go ahead and go into the fireball spell. So basically, test for at level minimum 2. It's repeat and always active. The moment you get 2 levels of experience, it will activate because it's now tested for any player in the world. And this will be at 4 ticks, and another repeater, and it will execute the command for the fireball, which is right here. You guys can pause and get it, and it's going to be needs redstone and repeat, and it's going to have another comparator, which will go into minus the 2 levels for the cost of the system here. It's going to need redstone and impulse. That means the moment you execute the command, like so, it's going to execute. As you guys saw right there, I was probably a little too slow. Let me go ahead and throw it again, and there you go. You saw it real quick. So basically, it'll take 2 levels away, and I no longer can use it, so it's not lit up. That means I'll no longer have the fireball spell. It's just a normal snowball. And then this is a clone. Basically, I have a fireball inside of here, so you guys will constantly get the fireball back. It's cloning this inside of right here, so whenever it executes, takes the levels away, it will activate this dropper, giving you the item, which will teleport the entity within a 3-block radius of this little dropper here to a player that executed this. Now that is the fireball command. Now it's like I said, it's just a concept. I'll probably work on it a little bit better, but for right now, this is something you guys can play around with yourselves. Now to get into the speed spell, it's going to test for a level minimum of 5, and it's always active repeat. That's all players who are level 5 can use this spell, and it's only for that player that is level 5. Now to execute, item equals name, and then basically give you the effect for 5 seconds of a speed effect. And it's the same concept, guys, and then this will minus the 5 to the player that executed the command, and then we'll kill the nether star that had the speed on it. So if I throw it down, you guys can see. Oh, I don't have 5 levels. So let me go ahead and give myself 5 levels real quick. And you guys can see that once I have 5 levels, it will activate. And hold on, guys, one sec. If I go back and I click this and go back to the world, there we go. And if I drop this like so, it will give me my speed effect, kill the item, and now I have 1 less. I do it again. Oops. I no longer have 5 experience, as you guys saw. So no matter how many times I throw it down, it will not work until I have 5 XP or 5 mana. And like I said, you guys can change that if you want to have it like 20, so that there's a cooldown. You can't kind of spam it too much or anything. That's totally up to you guys. You guys could do that, mess around with it. And basically, this is the crafting recipe right there for the entire system. So if I wanted to, like I said, give yourself a speed book. Give yourself a book, name it Speed Spell. And once you name it Speed Spell, it'll only cost like 1 mana for 64. But if you, within your regular world, go ahead and craft a regular book like normal, and then name it Speed Spell. And when you do that, you're going to throw it back on the crafting table. And as you guys saw over there, I've now been given a speed spell, which is a nether star. So anywhere in the world, you guys can place a crafting table. And what happens is, let me go ahead and get this. So if I go ahead and run over here, let me show you guys in a closer example. So if I go ahead and throw this speed book down, you guys can see what's going on. Bang, just like that. And then I'm given a speed spell. So right there. And the speed is now given to me. So it's pretty cool. You guys could do this if you guys want. This is totally up to you. I recommend moving this one right there and that there. So something like that. Okay, and then that is pretty much it, guys, if you wanted to do that. And this one is basically a redstone. It's just the same as my crafting, custom crafting. You guys can go watch that video. It's the same thing. It's just testing for the speed spell onto a it's just testing for it. And once it's executed on a crafting table, it will then affect all of these, killing the item, setting a redstone, and setting a flower. So it'll set this back so that it will test for it again, and setting another redstone here, which will then reset the whole thing. And once the redstone block is set there, it will go ahead and give you the speed spell out of the dispenser that's named custom speed, and this one will teleport the item that executed the command. And that is pretty much it right there. And this was just replacing the flower, so whenever the redstone block is here, it will get replaced immediately with the flower, allowing for the dispenser to reactivate for the next command, like so, just like that. And that is pretty much it, guys. Now I have another speed spell. And if this one is just cloning the dispenser right there. And that is pretty much the concept that I have so far, guys. Sorry that it's a little long tutorial, but that is pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, if this is something you guys like, if it's interesting. and you guys can make custom cool maps. You guys can name the experience bottle mana potions, and that is it, guys. It's pretty awesome. It took me a while to actually try and figure some of this stuff out because I was trying to use the experience and I was like, dang, I wonder how I could just do that. And then I had to do the max cap, I had to do the cost, and had to execute whenever the experience was at a certain level. And yeah, that's pretty much it though, guys. Feel free to use this however you guys want. This is a really awesome concept. Let me know in the comment section below, like I said. And if you guys want any more commands that you guys would like to check out or like me to try and recreate, feel free to leave it in the comments as well. Let me know what you guys want me to try and recreate with commands. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm dakonblackrose, and I'm out.